Greetings and salutations, everyone. I am, as always, Darth Devious, bringing you another video review, this time from DX9 Toys. Invisible, their take on a Masterpiece Mirage. And yes, I say Masterpiece, because that's what he is. He fits in very closely with the Masterpiece figures. I know a lot of people have said that he doesn't. He does. He even has a few tricks that in transformation that like the Seeker mold has for the Masterpiece and things like that. So yeah, he's Masterpiece Mirage. Anyone who says otherwise is being foolish. Anyway, nice embossed image on the box. Weapons, energon cubes, his shoulder cannon. Back here you got a look at his race car mode. On the side here, 1979. I believe his name is Jacques Lafitte. I could be wrong, but he drove the actual 26 Formula One race car in 1979, which is what the original Mirage was based on, but was slightly changed. With the box gone, we'll concentrate on Invisible himself, or Mirage. Now, those who had the G1 toy back in the day will probably say, well, it says Gitanes and not Citanes. This is actually accurate to the 1979 car. It was Gitanes. I'll put a picture up here. And Gitanes was a cigarette manufacturer. It's sort of like how they had to remove Marlboro from Wheeljack. The Diaclone Wheeljack was actually, you know, based off of a race car that was sponsored by Marlboro. So this one was based off of a race car sponsored by Gitane cigarettes. And Citanes sounds more like gasoline, so yeah. You could see why they didn't want to have the cigarette manufacturer on the G1 toy back in the day. So that's fairly interesting that this is actually accurate to the real-life race car more than the G1 toy was. But it's really cool. You know, it's got some nice rubber tires, so it rolls really nice. Really, really nice. Nice chrome on the spoiler, which also becomes his feet. Nice chrome on the engine and vents here. Also, the front spoilers are chromed out. Nice silver on the rims. There's a seat molded in there. You can see the back of his head in there, but that's fine. Back here, you got exhaust. And you can see some of the inner workings of the back of the car there. He hides his robot mode fairly well. Though if you know the classics Mirage, you know that these are his arms, these are his legs. He shares some transformation with that, but he also shares transformation with some of the Masterpiece figures. So yeah, there is a way to give him slight weapon storage, because he does come with 2 weapons. If you flip that up like that, he comes with a gun and he comes with his missile launcher. The gun, really, you can stick it in there if you want. It's kind of funny looking, but you can take the missile launcher and you can stick that in there. That works a little bit better. It's still silly, but you know, it's there. So yeah, really, really nice car mode. I'm waiting for repro labels to make a set. I don't know if they're going to or not. I don't know if it's been, yeah, as I take him apart in every way, shape, or form. Whatever. Yeah, I would like them to make a set for him, just so he could have more racing logos on him. That would make it really, really cool. Alright, I'm going to put him into a robot mode since I've already pretty much started. And we'll be right back. Alrighty, here's Invisible in his robot mode. And as you can see, this is clearly Mirage. Excuse me. And, yeah, he really comes together nicely in this mode. Really nicely. His joints are very tight, very nice and functional. His transformation, while being fairly simple, still has a level that is equivalent with, you know, other Masterpiece figures, as I forgot a step. Gotta flip these panels in so you can fill in the back of his legs like Sideswipe. There you go. My bad. Reveals more robot detail on the inside too when you do that. Now the instructions have it where these wheels are all the way up against this. If you do that, he has no heel spurs, and a lot of people have found if you just, you know, if you put them here, they get slightly wedged up against this so they don't move. See, they don't move, and then they become his heel spurs. And this is actually more accurate to the character of Mirage, where the rear wheels were the back part of his feet, pretty much. If you look at a picture of a G1 Mirage on the cartoon, that's where his wheels were. So that actually works. Helps him stand real nice. I like how he has his, you know, missile launcher. It's really nice. I did see one reviewer, I can't even remember his name. I was just looking at reviews of this figure, and he made a complaint about this, and he's like, oh, he's got this nice missile launcher, but he can't even hold it in his hand. Well, it's not supposed to be held in his hand. He's got points on either shoulder where it mounts. That's where his missile launcher goes. Sorry you got that one wrong. Yeah. He has a nice gun. And it can peg right into his hand. See? And he has articulated fingers. I mean, they're all one thing, but they do open up. So you get a little with that. And articulation-wise, his head's on a ball joint. We'll get a closer look at his head sculpt in a minute. Shoulders, they go up. Partially for transformation, but you get a nice range of movement because of that. The wheels on his back, you can get them out of the way for more poses if you need to. He's got a swivel. He's got a double elbow, which is always nice. I always like a nice double elbow. Yeah, he's got a bit of hollowness here, but you know what? His hands go there in vehicle mode, so you got to go somewhere. And there are some Masterpiece toys that have hollowness like that, so I don't want to hear it. This is actually on a ball joint, though. In this mode, it really only functions as a swivel, but that's fine. I mean, you can actually do stuff like that if you want to. Oh, my hand's broken. It has a nice waist swivel. Now, these little parts here, when they transform like the ab area of a Masterpiece Seeker, where they, you know, kind of flip up and into the body a little more when you go to car mode. So that's where I said, you know, he takes engineering from a whole bunch of different places. He's got nice thighs, forward, back, nice movement out, rotation. He's got almost a double knee because of transformation, but you know, even his single knee has a hell of a lot of movement. And his feet, they do have movement there, and you can move the spoiler for his toes, so you can get some nice poses. You can, you know, really get him ready to take out some Decepticons. He's got some nice details painted on him. They did a real good job with this guy, you know, and for his price, he is right about the same as what the other Masterpiece cars go for. So, you know, I think he's $89. Most of the Masterpiece cars are around $79. For a Masterpiece Mirage of this quality, that's not bad. Not bad at all. On the back here, you can see where the front spoiler went through. Some details back here. Nothing's painted in, but that's okay. Yeah, like all he needs is pretty much an Autobot symbol and some more stickers in car mode for, you know, the racing logos and stuff. Very nice figure. Very nice figure. I highly recommend it if you're a fan of the character Mirage. He is highly recommended. Let's look at his face real quick, and I'll show him off with, you know, one of the Masterpiece figures. Now, it's not 100% Mirage face. I will give that. There is another Masterpiece Mirage figure coming out. I think they're calling it Sphinx. I don't know if it's still coming out or not, but this is close enough. Light blue eyes. I like that. It's got the right shape for the head, though this should all be blue, not silver highlights on it, but that's fine. That's fine. If you got the skills, go ahead and repaint it if you want. I'm going to show him off real quick with, if I can get him to stand because he's drunk. Masterpiece smokescreen. You see how nicely they look together. Masterpiece scale. So yeah. This is a highly recommended figure. Highly recommended. I know people who have said, oh, he's more classics. He's not. This is definitely a Masterpiece version of Mirage. We already have a Classics Mirage, and he fits perfectly in with that. This is Masterpiece scale. This is Masterpiece engineering. Masterpiece quality. So there you go. You guys be good. He could turn invisible and sneak up on you. Be good.